Adrienne. So I have been thinking a little bit about collagen because everybody these days is talking about collagen.
Yes, it's a very big topic, but before we start talking about collagen, let's first talk about what is collagen. What exactly is collagen?
Collagen is a protein that plays a crucial role in your body. It works in the structure and function of your tissues, your body, your skin, your bones, your tendons, your cartilage. It gives you strength, elasticity, support. And for you and I, the most important takeaway is wrinkles.
Yep. Gosh, yes, wrinkles. And I should also mention that collagen, it's a protein found only in animal and seafoods.
Yeah.
Plant-based foods, they contain no collagen, but things like whole grains, legumes, and fermented foods, they do contain amino acids, which are the basic building blocks for your body to make collagen. Now, as we age, that changes, right?
Part of the problem is that as we age, collagen production naturally decreases. And what happens is the quality of the collagen also diminishes. So you're producing less collagen of a poor quality. And you're going to really notice it around age 60 and onwards.
So, what happens to your body when you start losing collagen?
Well, you increase the risk of bone density loss, and that means fractures. You're going to get joint pain and stiffness, and again, it's the horrible skin wrinkles and sags. Nobody likes those, right?
Marina, did you know by the age of 20 to mid 30s, we already start losing collagen and it goes faster as we age? We lose about 1% per year. So we should be paying attention.
And after we hit 60, it's going to really escalate, and we're going to really notice a big shift, especially for women after menopause.
Right. So, how much collagen are we talking about that we need?
Well, depends on different experts. Some say between 2.5 grams daily to 15 grams. That can be quite a difference, and that's based, of course, on the kind of diet you have and your lifestyle, and what your goal is with collagen and why you're looking to increase it. I have osteoarthritis, and I am looking to increase my collagen personally because of joint pain and stiffness.
So, when they say 2.5, they're more talking about a younger, fitter person, right? As you get older and you become more prone to all sorts of these little illnesses
I
that
take
we get.
exception to that.
Okay, so when they're talking about 2.5, they're talking about more younger, fitter person. And as we get older, it goes da, 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 and it goes faster and faster and faster. All of a sudden, you find yourself over 60 and you're, oh, I'm losing a lot of collagen and I should be taking on the higher end of that.
So, Adrian, now that we know what collagen is and the fact that we want it and the fact that we're losing it, what can we do about keeping it?
Well, there's two types. There's through food and through supplements. So I'll talk about a little about food because this is what I do. I try to increase that in my diet. I did some research and I found the number one thing that you can do is bone broth. So bone broth, you can make it yourself by boiling bone, a little bit of acid in forms of vinegar in it, and you boil it for like 8 hours and you'll get some nice collagen, or you can just buy it. The other place to get it is like when you make your fish and you have your salmon and you eat the skin. That's really good. Organ like liver. Those are like great. Gelatin and egg whites. Now, egg whites, they don't contain the actual collagen, but what they do contain is proline. Proline is amino acid which we need for collagen production.
Wow. So, the takeaway here is eat the skin and make broth with slow cooking.
And Marina, don't forget that you also need vitamins to process these things. Your vitamins that you need is your citrus vitamin, which is your vitamin C, tomatoes, oranges, lemons, leafy greens, and zinc. Zinc is so important. And zinc you get in a form of shellfish, nuts, seeds, and legumes. And copper. Copper is one of those little minerals that's really essential. And guess what I do to get my copper in? I have a piece of dark chocolate every day. Win-win.
Ooh, I could do that. That's a good one. I like that.
Now, What about supplements? I know you are taking some supplements, correct?
I am. Though, you know what? Honestly, after listening to you, I've had this irresistible craving for a plate of chicken wings.
Ooh.
Ooh, just suck those little knuckles right off their bones and devour that collagen. So, Adrian, while I am a big fan of chicken broth, realistically, I'm trying to do collagen every day and I have started taking supplements. I take a powder and I didn't really truthfully pay that much attention to it. It said collagen, and I took it. That was good enough for me. But now that you've opened up my eyes to collagen and the fact that there's different ways to get it. There's a beef base, and there's a marine base of collagen. And there's a chicken base. My takeaway with the collagen supplements is if you're going to take a supplement, don't order something online from some country you don't know. Make sure that it's a company that has been around for a while and has a good reputation because you want to make sure that it's a clean, healthy source of collagen because collagen can also be made from the hides of cow skin. And we know that depending on how the animal's treated and butchered, there could be all kinds of chemicals attached to that. Go do a little research. Go to your health food store and talk to somebody there. I think that's a good way. Or pick a product that has a good reputation and has been around for a few years where they're going to stand behind that.
So yeah, I mean, definitely look for organic collagen and broad spectrum one. That's a good point. Always look for organic sources.
Absolutely. And if you do start taking supplements, you got to go slow and make sure you drink lots of water because one of the common side effects is digestive discomfort. Some people get headaches. Some of the more serious problems could be kidney issues because if you are eating a lot, collagen is a protein, right? And so people with kidney disease and disorders should probably be checking with their doctor or their pharmacist. And especially if you're on medication, you want to make sure that you can actually take collagen as a supplementation.
That's a very good point. Talk to your professional about taking supplements and what type of supplements.
Yeah. But I'm gonna cast a shadow on all this right now, which is a little bit of a downer. Because while we've all been really excited about collagen and the many health benefits that it's been touted as having, there's actually very little science to back that up. And the scientific research that is out there has been funded basically by the manufacturers of the collagen. Scientists are saying this is a skewed result possibility. I'm not saying it is, but there is a bit of a bias, and they're warning us that more research needs to happen. They have to have bigger control groups and not research groups that are headed by the companies that are actually manufacturing the collagen.
Well, that's the problem. We don't have the money to do these research. So a lot of students get grants from the companies who want to promote their products. So I never get one person's opinion or one paper that I read. I try to get three from a wide different sources and see what they say. Marina, even if it isn't good science, which we don't know if it is or not, if it's controversial, let's face it, the supplement industry is highly unregulated. And it's something that the government needs to step in and regulate. Then we would all feel better about it, what we're getting as a supplement. At least you're getting some protein. You're getting something. It's better than nothing.
Well, I agree with you, but the bag of protein that I bought that's in my kitchen right now is $100. I spent $100. That is a lot of chicken that I can buy with $100. So I would like it if there was more regulations for sure. Because when you talk to people like Adam Friedman, who's an associate professor of dermatology at George Washington University, he's basically saying collagen is going to be digested by your GI tract because it isn't built to survive the massive pH changes in your gut. So it is a falsehood to think that you can eat collagen and it's going to come and do what it needs to do because your body is going to absorb a lot of that. And then your body will also decide where it's going to place that collagen. It may not
Mhm.
go where you want it to go. It's kind of like trying to reduce belly fat by dieting. Well, you're going to reduce all kinds of fat, but it's not necessarily going to go off your belly, right?
Yeah. So what are we to do? Well, let's see. How about let's go back to bone broth and let's get some bones and boil them and let's make that soup.
Take the supplements if you're going to do it because you've got the money and you feel like it's working for you. But remember, there isn't a heck of a lot of science behind this, but we do know that bone broth has tons of good quality nutrients for you.
Right, so does the fatty fish like salmon. So I'll stick to my fish and my bone broth. And I think if you and I do that and just watch our vitamins, we're going to be okay.
I think so. And going back to stay hydrated, use your sunscreen, and if you're smoking, stop. That's like the worst thing you can do for collagen and yourself.
Yeah. And don't forget that dark chocolate.
Yeah, I want some of that right now. I'm gonna go. What about wine? Was wine included?
I don't think so.
One can dream. One can only dream, right?
One can only hope and dream.